friends. Welcome to the Putting You Back Together Again show. I'm Rochelle Booker, aka Coach Ro. Today we're continuing with the March Blackness series. And boy, it has been a slam dunk. Today is the second segment of the series, and we are so excited because guess what? We are on location again. Well, now we're doing an interview today with Chef Trell and her partner named Samuel. Yes, so as you can hear in the name, Chef Trell is a chef. She owns her own catering business, and they also own a sports lounge, and Rodney owns a gym. So that is such a power couple, such a great combination because you've got food, fun, and fitness. So we're going to continue with the March Blackness series because guess what? We are celebrating Black excellence, right? Because Black companies, Black-owned businesses are really thriving. They're vibrant. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of back in the 20th century. You heard of the Greenwood District in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where it was Black Wall Street. I'd love for us to get back to that, right? Because Black businesses were what? Thriving back then. They were very vibrant. And so now I want us to celebrate Black businesses and not just celebrate them watching podcasts, but actually going to patronizing the business and supporting them, right? There's nothing wrong with that. So our segment is going to focus on health and fitness today. So we're going to step into the sports lounge and we're going to interview both Rodney and Chef Trell. And then we're going to also talk about how to stay fit and how to live a healthy and productive life. And I can't wait for you guys to hear about her secrets and tips on how to stay healthy and fitness and to live an abundant life. Come with me. Come on and check it out. Let's go inside. We're getting ready to go meet with Chef Trell and her partner. And we're going to hear all about the exciting things they're doing as Black business owners and how they are making an impact in the community and helping people to live healthier, longer, productive lives. So, okay, come on.
All right. Woo. This is light work. Come on, spill the tea.
Well, hi, Rodney and Chef Trell. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Well, I'm so excited that you guys have joined the Putting You Back Together Again show today. It's going to be fun and exciting show because as you guys know, we are talking about March Blackness, right? And this is just such a phenomenal series that we're doing. And so that's why I wanted to talk with you guys to talk about the wonderful things you're doing in the community, how you're impacting lives of so many different people, how you're making a difference and helping people to live a healthier, stronger, more fulfilled life. And you guys have this wonderful business portfolio that our audience wants to hear all about. Chef Trell, you have your own catering business.
Yes, I do.
And then you guys have this sports lounge, bar and lounge, and you have a gym. Wow. How do you have time for all that?
You make time for what you want to make time for, they say, huh?
That's right. And so we're going to talk about, health and fitness and kind of how, you guys have been so laser focused on health and fitness. I mean, your bodies are incredible. I want to be like you when I grow up. So talk about how health and fitness has played into your vision and how you guys have started your different companies, your businesses.
Well, with me, the gym came about because I've always been an athlete, always been active. A lot of my family over the years has died of, health complications and things of that nature. So that kind of sparked a real interest in me and wanting to live a healthier lifestyle and try to teach and reach out to as many people as possible about living a healthier lifestyle. Right. Obviously, in this field, you're going to be, it's going to be a lot of ups and downs. It could be mentally draining, but at times, just that one person that you touch and make a difference with can really, really inspire you to keep going and continue to try to find that next person that wants to live a healthier lifestyle and get them to see true results.
Exactly. And results, that's what's important, right? And that does motivate people when they have something to strive for. How do you guys engage like your customers or your clients as far as how to set goals for themselves, right? Like SMART goals. How do people know where to start and how to get started if they don't have any goals? So how do you help them with that?
Well, in order to know where you're going, you got to understand where you come from, right?
Yeah.
Some people come in with motivation. Some people don't come in with motivation.
Right.
So now you're not only just training their body, but you're training their mental as well. So we sit down and do a full consultation to understand your why.
Right.
If you don't have a why, well, we need to understand like what is important to you. Is it, you know, your body transforming for summertime, for a wedding, whatever the case may be. Now, I don't condone those things because that's so short term. Short term. So it's like once we identify the why, now we can give a reason to get you moving.
I love that. I love that because I'm all about transformation too, right? And you guys are like this super power couple, right? I mean, the catering business, you know, the sports lounge, the gym. It's like, you know, just so much fun and food and fitness, all wrapped up into one. It's a great combination. You guys have that great chemistry. And not just your relationship, but obviously in your businesses too, right? Just the type of work that you do and how you impact so many different lives. And Chef Trell, I know you don't have a vegan restaurant.
I don't.
So we're talking about health and fitness.
Yes.
Because I went to your place of business and ordered a smothered steak or smothered chicken, I think, and it was fabulous. But so how do you help people to balance, right, health and fitness with the types of food selections that you have?
Well, on my regular menu, like you say, it's not the healthiest for people to eat, but when I do have clients that come in that are like, you know, they want to focus more on that, I will grill their options or just give them a rice and a starch and a veggie, and that's it, compared to them having the stuff that's saucy or smothered in something. It's many ways that they can eat healthier. It's boring to most people, but it's more so of your mindset, like where do you want to go?
Right.
How disciplined do you want to get
to
make that change in your life?
Because it's a lifestyle, isn't it?
It is.
Right? And it's a mindset, and I'm a foodie, so I love to eat, right? So help, you know, our viewers to understand, you know, that it does take discipline. So how do they bring that into how they prepare their meals, right? What do they need to look for? What should they do so that they can transition to a more healthier lifestyle?
Well, let's focus here for a moment. Me, I'm a performance coach, meaning that, you know, I engage in a lot of different competitions, so I have to eat a certain way to sustain a certain type of body mass. I have to eat so many calories throughout the day and things of that nature. So it benefits me that she is a chef, because if I was cooking for myself with limited time that I have, my meals can get redundant, boring, or sometimes shortcoming. So because she has a little bit more availability than I do, as a chef, she can prepare meals such as, you know, hibachi, steak, chicken, and fix it in many different ways than I would normally know how to do it. So it actually works into my favor, especially when I'm looking to eat for performance.
Can I borrow her for the weekend?
Sure.
We got to charge you.
But and you got to make sure you moving too. So because I can't eat all those calories and just not move. I have to actually move, and I have to make sure that whatever I'm eating is tailored to the workout that I'm getting ready to perform.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's excellent. And it's just, I think a lot of times people struggle with not just the balance, right, but just not having that awareness and being empowered and know how to put things together. Everyone's not a chef like you. You know, I love to eat, but I don't necessarily, you know, cook all the time. And to that point, I like to go out and eat. Right? So there's nothing wrong with that. People can still have a healthy lifestyle even when they're going out to eat, dining out, right? They don't always have to eat at home because that could get redundant and boring. So
is there any advice that you would give to people when they do make those decisions to go out to eat?
Yeah, it's kind of like what I was already saying about, you know, getting the stuff that's smothered in something. You can get things where your sauce is not drenched. Like a lot of people like wings when they go out.
Yes,
You
they
can
love
get a
wings.
wing, but you don't have to have all the extra sauce. Or
Right.
you're getting fish. If you go get a catfish New Orleans, you can keep the cream sauce, you know, and just get the meat, the
Just get the
protein,
meat,
and
yeah.
you're good to go. It's really just watching what you intake
Okay.
on a regular. Even
That's
when you go out, it's hard,
It's
but
hard.
it's your mindset.
It's mine, and it's necessary. It's hard, but
is.
we've got to do it, right? And so, you know, and I've got to ask you too, before I forget this. I love this lounge. I love the vibe. It just seems so smooth. But how in the world did you come up with the name for gents? Because it makes me think of a gentleman's club, which obviously it's not. So, what was your vision? How did you guys come up with the name and brand it?
A team of individuals that are considered gentlemen.
Okay, gotcha. Came together.
So, Four Gents was the name that I came up with
Okay.
based off of what I knew at the time.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
So do you guys split the profits 4 ways?
Yeah.
Not quite, huh?
No.
Yeah, well, there seems to have so much personality. So talk a little bit about, you know, what kind of things y'all do here at the lounge. You guys have like live entertainment? You do? Okay.
So the idea behind it is to keep everything grown and sexy. We have entertainment most nights of the week.
Okay.
We have DJs as well. We have hookah. We have a full service bar, and then we have an active food truck outside.
Oh, nice.
So, to everybody's convenience, we have just about everything you could look for in a bar.
Okay.
We do provide bottle service. We provide cigars. Cigars are typically smoked outside on our patio. We have waitresses that come to your table, take your order. So you don't have to actually go to the bar and take your order. So we have a
okay.
full service bar, full service menu.
And Chef Trell, are you cooking here?
So I was at one point in time, but now we have the food truck is outside. It makes it easier for me because staying up late at night is not my thing. I gotta wake up early in the morning. Yes,
I love it. There's just so many different options. I mean, everything's all under one roof, so they don't have to go anywhere else.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's awesome. And then what does it look like in terms of you know, the number of people coming? Is it a pretty good crowd every night?
For the most part, we have a couple days that we're trying to kind of figure out, like a Saturday night. But Wednesdays we have live entertainment. Kind of slower because we are in the middle of a teacher's environment, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the teachers, nurses, and things of that nature are going to bed kind of early or whatever. They may step out for a little bit, but then they're going back in. So Wednesdays it is growing. Thursdays we have poetry night. So a lot of people tend to come out.
I love it.
And Friday night, that's when everybody get out. It's ladies' night. And Saturday we typically cater to like more grown, sexy vibe and things of that nature. And then Sunday it's called Sing-Along Sundays, where it's R&B. We have a host. He comes in here and he'll start a song and the crowd finish it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
and it
love
actually grown
that.
over the past years.
Yeah,
Actually.
that is becoming so popular. That is a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to come check it out. I love it. And then and then food menu. Is there just a wide selection of food that's available?
I won't say a wide selection of food. It's a wide selection of wings.
Okay.
This is,
Wings and more.
Yeah, this is
and they have fish. The fish is really good
Oh,
too.
fish is
Yes,
good.
it's really good.
So they do have fish, they have pork chops, stuff like that. Everything is pretty much fried to a certain extent on this particular truck, but for the convenience of our patrons who come in and drink, sometimes the fried food helps them kind of hold the drink.
Kind of hold the drink.
the liquor, yeah.
Right. So then, and back to the health and fitness focus. So people who do work out, again, we talked about dining out, right? And so if they come to this establishment, obviously if they're health conscious, like, oh man, I don't want to get off track. I don't want to put on the calories, you know, that I just lost, right? Or put on the weight I just lost. So then coming here, what options, like what would I order? Could I just order some fried food? I mean, you know, just so people don't like, okay, oversaturate right, with messing up their diet plans?
Some people tend to eat before they
They get here? Okay.
yeah. If you do, like she spoke of earlier, like they have options where it's not such a saucy wing.
Okay.
Right? So
that's
you can
good.
get you a 6-piece versus a 10-piece.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you can get it naked. You don't even have to get the batter on there. So, you know,
see?
just
Okay, I love
get the
that.
chicken as is.
Yeah, because we want to invite everybody here. So even if you are health conscious, you know, don't get turned off. You can still come here and eat some great naked wings, and it doesn't have to be fully dressed.
Yeah.
Right.
I love it. Well, let's transition to the drinks.
Yeah.
Because like myself, I'm a wine connoisseur, and so I would love to obviously pair my food with a drink. And we know most alcohol has a lot of calories, right? And you guys look like you have a full bar. You serve everything, right? So talk about that a little bit. I mean, do you guys have like skinny drinks, skinny margaritas, or what do y'all serve? Top shelf.
Just because it's called skinny margarita don't make it skinny.
It doesn't make it skinny.
Right.
False advertising.
I mean, it's all about drinking in moderation. You know, a lot of my clients tend to shoot me a text, hey, what can I drink? I'm going this place, that place,
I love it.
third, and especially when they're on the challenges and stuff like that. When you're on the challenges, no liquor whatsoever.
No liquor, okay.
But things that I would suggest is, you know, if you're a wine drinker and you don't drink hard liquor, you know, do 2 glasses, maybe 1 glass of wine versus the bottle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I know not all ladies, but some can get caught up into that bottle, and before you know it, you done have 4 glasses.
That's true.
And that's
true.
pretty much the bottle, right?
Right.
You also can focus on taking shots versus mixed drinks.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Shots versus mixed drinks, and if you choose to do a beer, I would recommend like a Michelob Ultra that only have like 8 calories.
8 calories.
Yes.
Wow, and that's per can.
Per bottle.
Per bottle. Okay, so that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. So that's something obviously that's manageable, but back to discipline, right? And having that mindset and wanting to live with purpose and passion to live a healthy lifestyle. It's not easy. And you and I talked a little bit about health and fitness before we started the show, that you can't skip the process. It is a process. Tell the audience a little bit more about that, not skipping the process.
Well, there are consequences to everything you do, right? So if you try to find a way to cheat or work around the process, it will come back to haunt you.
Right.
So you may as well go through the process of losing the weight or getting in shape or getting your health intact versus trying to go the route of these fad diets that they have, right? You can lose the weight temporarily, but I guarantee it's very short-lived.
Very short-lived, yeah.
You know, and there's many different fads out there, and, you know, just to name a few, and you don't even hear about it no more. I think a lot of people was like putting lemon in a gallon or something like that. They was making this detox drink.
Oh, really?
And they was drinking it or whatever, and somebody had mentioned they lost 8 or 10 pounds in a week or something, and then you had everybody walking around with a gallon of water trying to do the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah, it's not sustainable,
yeah.
y'all.
Oh, goodness.
Even the no carb diet, then like I don't get it. You know, I have an attitude if I don't have any carbs. You know, carbs is your main source of energy.
I have a bad attitude when I don't have carbs.
Exactly. Now you have your bad carbs and good carbs, obviously, and that's just doing your own due diligence to understand what's the difference between a good carb and a bad carb. You know, you got a white potato and you got a sweet potato. Obviously, the sweet potato is going to be a lot better than the white potato. You know. Now I'm not going to say there's a huge difference between white rice and brown rice. The only difference is brown rice has a little bit more fiber, but that don't make it the healthiest, right? Because you can eat white rice, right? You just don't top it with butter. You just don't top it with a bunch of gravy, and you'll be all right.
You'll be all right.
You don't eat 2 cups of it.
Yeah, it is a starch, though.
Yeah,
your body can still digest it, and it can still be processed in the body and utilized for good energy.
Like you have good cholesterol, bad cholesterol. You've got to kind of have both, but you want more of the good than the bad.
Correct.
Yeah, so it is a balancing. Everything's a balancing act.
Everything is a balance.
And I tell people too, my clients, that success is not. You can't have success overnight. It just doesn't happen, or results of a nice toned body overnight. You can't take the elevator to success. You have to take the stairs.
Correct.
Yeah. So back to it is a process.
It is a process.
Absolutely agree. Just like making food, it's a process, right? Yeah. You've got all the ingredients. You've got to mix in the right ingredients to have the right taste and the right flavor.
Absolutely.
Right. And that takes time and a lot of work too. So talk about your work regimen. Do you guys work out a lot together in your gym, or
He trains me.
Oh, he trains you.
He's
the
the reason
trainer.
why I look like this.
You're the reason. Well, I want to look like her too.
I feed him and he trains
Yeah,
me.
you feed him and he trains you. That's why I say that's such a dynamic couple, a power couple, and you guys are doing so many great things with all your businesses, and I know you're pursuing your real estate license, so I wish you all the best with that. I know you're going to get it soon. So now you're going to be selling houses too.
Yes.
Not just selling wings and smothered steak, but you're going to be selling homes too. So you guys can look her up. And if you need a realtor, Rodney, I know you've got this fabulous gym. So we're going to check that out as well. I mean, come on, Chef Trell, come on now.
Y'all, in this gym, I'm having a great time. About to get my workout on, y'all. I can't wait. Well, y'all, into Rodney's gym, and this is a very nice gym. Wow, he's got a little bit of everything. He even has ropes for rope climbing. And so we're just going to take a little bit of time just to kind of show some different activities and exercises that you can start with. So if you're someone who's like never worked out, or it's been a long time since you've worked out, Rodney can help us out and just how to get started, right? Even if you're a workout buff, maybe there's some things in here that Rodney can teach you that maybe you were not aware of, like how to work on our core, right? Legs, arms, upper body, lower body, all kinds of stuff. Now, I work out, but this is nothing. This is extreme here. So this is nothing that I've experienced before. So I can't wait to learn some new stuff. So come on, guys.
So, not scare everybody. The name Extreme is just, I pride myself by doing things a lot better and a little bit more intensifying than a lot of people. However, it can definitely be scaled down to those who barely getting started. If you have certain type of limitations. So before we get started, I would ask you, do you have any knee problems, joint problems, anything that I should know about before we get started?
Do a whole survey, a whole write-up. Yeah.
We have to do a consultation to understand you before you can understand me.
Right. I love that. And that's how people are more prepared. And even mentally, you got to get prepared, right?
Right. And my objective is to try to get you to feel as comfortable as possible.
Right.
Because coming into a gym, any gym to any degree, can be a bit overwhelming to a lot of people.
Yes.
Especially if it's new.
Especially if it's new. And I got to tell you, I felt a little intimidated when I walked into Rodney's gym. And I do work out, but nothing like these guys over here. So I'm ready whenever you are, Rodney.
All right. So first question, do you have any knee problems, joint problems, anything I should know about?
No.
Okay. Asthma?
No.
All right. Cool. Because if it was asthma, my next question would be, is it exercise induced, right? Those are some questions that as a health professional you want to know, so you know how to watch out for your clients.
Now, if you come to Rodney's gym and you have asthma, bring your inhaler. You're going to need it.
And a doctor note.
And a doctor's note.
Okay, so just going to take you through a very small circuit which will include a dynamic piece, a plyometric piece, a strength piece, an aerobic piece. As I mentioned, I'm going to go until I take. So I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4 different movements, okay? So the first move will be just basics, right? Will be your steps, okay? You can alternate here. You want to make sure you have full knee and hip extension at the top. All right, your next movement will be dumbbell curls right here. All right, this is going to be your strength piece following your plyometrics. Okay, your dynamic piece, all we'll do is take a ball and we will hop from side to side. Okay, dynamic piece, and then your aerobic piece will be here on the bike, just pushing for meters or calories. Let's go. Right now we're just going to focus on second circuit We'll transition, give yourself about 10 seconds of transition, and then keep your body as active and as warm as possible. All right, 3, 2, all right, 1, let's go. Back here, open up. Okay, open up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that's 20 seconds.
Now, Rodney, I've got a here for you.
What you got?
I'm sure it's on the minds of all of our viewers. Talk about breathing. How important is breathing while you're exercising?
Breathing is very important because if you stop breathing, you fatigue, you will faint, you can, pass out, obviously. So you want to make sure that you're breathing in your nose, out of your mouth. Most of the ladies who've had babies naturally, you've been taught how to
Yes. Lamaze classes.
breathe. There you go.
Okay, did you guys get that? So make sure you are breathing. That's very important to manage your breathing.
All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Balance is the #1 cause of falling, so make sure you incorporate this in our regimen. All right, here we go in 3, 2, and go.
Woo! It's been a great workout so far, and it's only been like 3 minutes.
Here we go. Last one in 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
So what do I need to get?
So this is my class focus on the RPM. Try to keep it above 75 RPM is going to be something that's sustainable. Anaerobically, when we're trying to do something really quick, I'll probably tell them to stay above 80, 85. All right, here we go in 3, 2, 1, break.
Yes. That was amazing.
All right.
It's only been 5 minutes of workout, so I can imagine if I did this for 50 minutes every day, I'd look just like them. So that's my goal. So everyone set your own goals. You don't have to try to be like somebody else. But just the important thing is that you have goals set that are measurable and that you're doing it consistently, right? Consistency is key.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the key point is measurable. Being able to understand where you are so you can measure your success for you versus trying to do what everybody else is doing.
Right. So everybody, make sure that you are doing everything that you can do to, move to the next level. And don't give up. Whatever you do, it does get hard. But like we talked about earlier, success is not overnight. Results won't be seen overnight. It's going to take a while, and it's a process, right? It's a process. And so it doesn't have to be to this level. At least start at home. As Rodney mentioned, he's going to start having some virtual sessions, so you can take advantage of that. We invite you guys to come in the gym, have a consultation with Rodney, see how it goes, if it's a good fit for you. If it's too extreme, you can do something else that's a little more lightweight. But I encourage you guys at least to get started, start doing something, just do something, and make sure you are consistent and committed. Thank you. I'm ready for another set. Let's go, we can do this. Let's get it.
I just can't wait for your success to even just go further, because you guys are a thriving business, a thriving couple, and I love what you're doing in the community and how you're making an impact. And Chef Trell, you talked about how you did a video reel working out, and one of your friends saw it, and that inspired her to want to.
Yeah, it kind of like, it to me is your social media. It's all on what you watch.
That's right. That's right.
Like mine, I tell him all the time, like I don't see a lot of stuff that other people see, because mine consists of workout videos, chefs, and the pastors. So it's like that's what I see.
That's
And
what you see.
a lot of people, they may not even be into working out, but lately, and I wasn't doing it before because
Yeah.
I didn't see the point of it. I just like working out because it's a drug for me.
It's a drug.
So I started recording videos, going to the gym, and a lot of people have been like, oh, you make me want to work out. I started this thing called 5 a day. Keeps the back fat away. So I'll do
I love it.
chin ups in the gym.
Yeah.
And one of my customers actually, he was like, man, I could do that. If Trell could do 5 pull-ups, I could do it. And he
See?
said he tried it and he couldn't even do one.
He couldn't do one.
So now his thing is I gotta beat you. So he's
the
like,
challenge is on.
I'm gonna get to 5 a day. And I'm like, yeah, sure. So it's good to motivate somebody.
Absolutely.
Just little old me. I'm not a fitness enthusiast. I'm not a
Yeah.
But it's the people that follow me, like,
See?
okay, I want to try. I want to
Making
do it.
an
I want to
impact.
do better. So
I
it's
love
like,
it. I want to do better.
like he said, it's one person a day. So
If one person a day,
Yeah.
if you can impact one
Absolutely.
life a day, we are making a difference, y'all. We are
Absolutely.
making a difference. And just as a black community, that's why I want to do this whole show on March Blackness, because you guys are not getting the spotlight like many white-owned businesses are. And they're impacting the community as well, but why are so many black businesses overlooked and under celebrated? So that's why I want to take this initiative and the opportunity to celebrate you guys and point out all the wonderful things that you are doing, not just in your own lives, but obviously in the lives of so many other people. And then in Rodney with the gym, if people can't physically get there, there's a virtual option as well.
Yes, so my physical gym next year will make 10 years.
Oh, congratulations.
So I've taken this opportunity to create an online platform to reach out to those who have had some interest in the gym but couldn't physically make it to the gym. So now you can get Extreme online
Okay.
versus just Extreme physical.
Extreme online. It sounds extreme. You talk about a drug. I want a drug overdose.
it's worth it.
It's
He
worth it.
has challenges too that he does inside of the virtual gym.
Oh, really?
Where it kind of pushes people even more. So like the last one, they had an incentive. They were paid out for whoever won. So it's like
gotcha.
motivation to. Besides, I want to get healthier. Like, I'm about to get some money on as well.
Yes.
So
Yes. Oh,
it's
wow.
nice.
Yeah,
It's really nice.
Yeah. And so I'm all about taking a holistic approach when it comes to health and fitness, because it's not just physical, right? It's spiritual, it's mental, and obviously, it's the physical part. And you guys are believers. You guys believe in Jesus Christ. You're Christians. So I love how you bring faith into it as well. So it's that totality, that whole holistic approach to mind, body, soul, and spirit, with growth, spiritual growth, nourishment, and physically nourishing your body. So you guys have all the right ingredients and the recipe for success, right? Is there anything that you wish you could have done differently in your business, or are you guys pretty much satisfied with the way you executed on your business plans?
I'm not gonna say satisfied. If I was to do it all over again, I would have definitely did a little bit more research. There's a lot of things that I figured out over the years by bumping my head.
Oh, gotcha.
So I was one of those physical learners.
Okay.
However, again, I would have done a little bit more research
Yeah.
when it comes to this. And I initially, before I opened up my gym or decided to become a business owner, had an opportunity to go to San Diego and follow somebody who I admire for some years. His name is Todd Durkins, or whatever the case may be. But I had to get back home due to my family members being sick, so that kind of took a curveball to that opportunity.
Yeah.
But everything happens for a reason. So
that's right.
I'm here. I figured it out.
Yeah.
And it's time to take it to the next level.
And God has been directing you guys, ordering your steps, and God never makes any mistakes. Everything's intentional, right?
Correct.
And what advice would you guys give to entrepreneurs who are just getting started, or they have a plan, a vision, they are trying to figure out how to execute, especially on the funding side, on the money side? How did you guys find funding to get your businesses started?
That's where I'm learning.
That's
I
where you're
use
learning.
my own money.
Oh, you use your own
And
money. Okay.
over the years, mentors,
Yeah.
they drill into me, use other people's money and not yours.
Yeah,
So,
find some investors.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's good. Rodney, any advice?
I have done some things where I use someone else's money to fund this one.
Oh, really? Okay.
God has definitely made a way where I pay that individual back.
Plus interest.
Yeah, plus
Yeah,
interest.
plus interest,
Correct. My gym, I actually spent a few years in the oil field, and because I was single bachelor or whatever, I didn't have a lot of extra expenses.
I'm not taking women out, but
Yeah, so and I was in the
Saving
middle of
money.
nowhere. Right. So the only thing I bought out there was a fancy car, but I was able to save money and then fund my business
really?
there.
I love it. Yeah.
To a certain extent, because then you expunge all your money and
Right,
then
right.
it's like, all right, what's next? you
What's
know?
next?
Yeah.
And especially if you're looking to grow and expand, like let's say you want to open up 5 more gyms. I don't know how many you want to open, but then that costs money too. So are you just learning how you can reinvest in your company to grow it?
I'm actually in the process of rebranding.
Oh, are you? How
to a certain
so?
extent, yeah. So
How so?
I'll be my next move is a 24-hour commercial style gym.
Oh, really? Nice.
And this gym, I will be very selective of my clientele.
Okay.
I'm going to do a lot of different things on the inside. Be kind of catering more to people who want to perform better.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
But I also have other coaches and colleagues that I know that will be tailored more toward the weight loss aspects of things. So these are individuals, if you ever been in sports before, you really want a good challenge, then that's where I'm going.
Okay, you'll be attracting them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you definitely get the commitment from that clientele. Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, what words, last thoughts, or comments would you like to leave with the audience? What else would you like for them to know about you guys that maybe we haven't already talked about?
Well, no matter what field you're in,
Yeah.
seek out a mentor.
Okay.
Be very attentive
Yeah.
and patient. Patience is the name of the game when it comes to entrepreneurship.
Yes.
A lot of people do not have patience.
Yes.
A lot of people don't want to go through the process.
Right.
And also do your research. Okay, just because a bunch of people or a few people are saying this industry is making money
Right.
doesn't mean it's going to make money for you.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
Right. You're absolutely right. And then do something you're really passionate about doing. right?
Absolutely.
And then it's like you never have to work a day in your life because you're doing what you
Oh,
love.
you gonna work every day.
Well, I mean, it's not
you gonna
like-
work harder.
Well, it doesn't, but it doesn't feel like work because if you're
You're right.
passionate about it, you know that old adage.
exactly.
Yeah. If you're passionate about it and you love what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work. You know, I mean, because you put yourself into it, but it's just something you enjoy doing. Versus going to a 8 to 5 job you hate, that feels like work.
Until you reach that moment where you feel like things aren't growing.
Right.
So then it becomes stressful, and then it feels like work.
It feels like work.
Right,
Yeah, that's true.
And a lot of people think this is easy.
Yeah,
It becomes hard when you can't hire somebody that's like-minded as yourself.
that's right.
It becomes even harder
Yeah.
when you're doing everything. So you're the
Right.
technician and you're the manager
Yeah.
and the entrepreneur.
You're a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not what you get
It can be
business to do.
stressful.
It
that's
is.
true.
That's the most difficult
Yeah.
thing. Finding reliable help. It's very
Reliability.
hard. So if you hop into entrepreneurship and you're in the business where you have to hire people,
Ooh, where do you go? Good help is hard to find.
It is reliable.
Yeah,
good help.
reliable
Because
good
you can
help.
find help anywhere,
Yeah,
but
good
people that you can trust, people that's gonna do the job and they're gonna do the job just as good as you.
Right.
Yeah, that's hard.
That's hard.
That's hard.
Yeah, because you want to be able to delegate. Because if you try to do everything, you're back to square one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, overwhelmed and not being productive because you're spreading yourself too thin.
Yeah, because back in the day, I know, like, being a hard worker was the thing to do.
Yeah.
I want to prove myself to this individual that I belong here.
Right.
These days, they don't want to go through that process.
Right.
They want the big dollars before the big work.
Yeah.
Right? So
Exactly. So they've got it reversed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have it. They need to flip the script and actually put in the work, the dedication, the commitment, like you guys said, if you want to see real success. Yeah, that is sustainable. And then find the right partners, the people that are going to help you and to share your vision, right, to carry it forward. Yeah, I would love for us to have another Black Wall Street. Remember back in
Yeah,
Tulsa,
for sure.
Oklahoma? That would
For
be
sure.
so exciting,
Yeah.
especially with the rollbacks of DE&I and affirmative action. I mean, it's to the point where, you know, I'm encouraging a lot more people to go and start your own business, but obviously have a plan first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
don't be afraid.
And
Don't be
don't be
afraid
afraid.
to hop into it, because a lot of
Yes.
people, they have the vision, they have the
Right.
knowledge.
It's fear.
They even have the resources, but they're afraid of
Yes,
failing.
exactly.
And being an entrepreneur, you're going to fail. You're going to
Yeah.
fail a lot of times.
A lot of
but
times.
that's where you should learn.
I love it.
Because you failed so many
I love
times.
it. And you know,
And watching other people fail too.
And
It's
watching
like you learn what not to do
right.
from failure.
Right.
So yeah, don't be afraid. Just
Yeah,
Hop
and
into
take
it.
a step of faith, because God never fails, right?
Absolutely.
It's impossible for God to fail. So with your faith and obviously your dedication, I can see why you guys are so successful. Yeah, yeah. Well, this is an amazing story, and I just, love meeting with you guys. Y'all are doing some phenomenal things in the community, and just taking it, further into the world, because you impact one or two lives. Guess what? They're going to in turn, and they're going to be infectious and impacting other people's lives. Correct. So thank you guys for your time today. I learned so much from you, what to eat, what not to eat, and discipline obviously is a big part of this, whether it's business, eating, food, everything has discipline, some component of discipline, even relationships, right? There's guardrails and boundaries with everything we do, right? So that's why I started the show, putting you back together again. And you guys are helping people put their lives back together. So thank you again. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you for having us.
We had a great discussion today with Rodney and Chef Trell. Boy, did we learn a lot about, managing, our food, our calories, what we intake, learning about working out and the different activities that go along with that, and how to stay focused on health and fitness. And I hope you guys took some key takeaways about how to actually have a healthy lifestyle. One that will give you long life, and prosperity, because prosperity is not always just about money, but it's also about how you feel and how you live your life, so that you can be a positive impact with other people. So make sure that you guys are taking heed to this advice that our wonderful guests provided today, because I want to see you guys go further. I want you to build a better future, live longer, live happier, stress-free, with peace, joy, and live the abundant life that God has promised to you. So thank you guys for following me. I love you, and be sure to love yourself, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.